I started dating this girl only for her to tell me after a month that she's an unemployed single mother. Hey everyone, welcome back to Lives on Reddit. Don't forget to subscribe to be a for lifer. So I got bamboozled after dating this girl for a month. When we met, she told me she was working in a cafe at the airport and in the process of applying to be a police officer. She was fun and nice, and we had great chemistry. And after a couple of dates, some really great intimacy. This continued for a couple of weeks, always hanging out at my place, until this weekend where she showed up at my place of work with some friends. Very intoxicated on what I was told was wine and some substances. Yes, it's a strange combination. She proceeded to then tell me how she has a daughter, 2 years old, and that she hates being a mom. And when I asked her why she kept the baby, she said that her mom talked her into it. She has no contact with the baby's father, nor does she even work in the cafe at the airport. Oh, and she also failed at the first stage of applying to become a cop, which she had mentioned, and always talked about how the first stage is coming up soon. When I asked where the daughter was all the times we have hung out, and when she slept over, she said that she just leaves it with her mom. We've probably spent a good 10 to 12 nights together over the past month. Anyway, thanks for reading my rant. Now I have to break up with her, and most likely I'll be labeled as the bad guy. Edit or update, thank you all so much for the support and kind words. While this wasn't the most life-changing story you will read on here, it was still a really crappy moment, and it means a lot to know that people have my back. After waiting a couple days to cool down and remove the initial anger and emotion from my system, I have just responded to her numerous texts and calls and ended it. I told her that the lying and the deceitfulness is a total deal breaker for me, and that the fact that she had a kid is a lifestyle choice I cannot and will not ever be a part of. As the saying goes, there's plenty more fish in the sea for all of us. I'm glad that this was a rant and not asking for advice. I'm glad you know what you need to do. A lot of people won't look at you as the bad guy. It's not that she kept a secret, it's that she straight up lied to your face about multiple things. Good luck, my friend. Definitely don't need advice on this one. It's a straight up dump and run. Don't worry about being labeled as the bad guy here. The woman misrepresented herself to you. Most likely because she's lonely for a partner and she misses the childless portion of her life. I don't want to even think about her mixing substances and wine. But if she's doing that on the regular, I hope her mother's prepared to permanently take over raising that grandchild. She's got a lot of problems. You're not a bad person for recognizing that you're not able to deal with them. Right? This woman is a walking red flag. If anybody I was dating ever showed up to my place of work intoxicated on a mix of illegal restricted substances no less, asking for me, I would straight up pretend not to know them and lose their number. That is a completely unacceptable behavior on every level, barring the most extreme circumstances. Like if someone drugged them and they needed a safe place or a safe human to be around. And that's before getting to the lying about having a child, being really irresponsible about said child, lying about employment, and more. OP just dodged the biggest bullet by only wasting a month with this human. Not sure where you met this woman, but when I was single, I exclusively used the apps for dating. If a man has child pics, unless he was really young and said explicitly world greatest uncle or something, I swiped left. And if there were no kids pictured, I always asked if we began to chat. First question as a matter of fact, and here's the tell. If the answer is no, they reply no immediately. If the answer is yes, you get the dots go away, then the dots come back and they tell you how great their kid is or how the kid lives in another state or something. I met her out at like a bar, so there was no screening process like you would with online dating where you can see a bit about their lives or at least have the information to further stalk them on social media. Dang, real life. No judgment here. I was in almost the exact same situation. I was on a dating site years ago. On my profile, I specifically state, no single moms with children under 18. Had a woman write me and said she wanted to meet. Went out a few times, seemed like a great person. She later confessed she had a 12-year-old son. Had to break it off and it was tough. So yeah, I get it. And a 2-year-old child? That's going to be some serious commitment. So not the bad guy. I bet she thought that you will magically fall for her and you'll accept her child. That is so manipulative and so wrong. Blame movies or TV where this happens all the freaking time. I can recall only one movie where it's a bit realistic. The mom goes, "Guys normally see I have a son and they're gone." Very manipulative and well thought out if that was the plan. Suck the guy in with intimacy and fun times for so long that we pair bond and fall in love, and then hit him with a 2-year-old daughter that needs a daddy. My brother, who is in Childfree, told me he went through a similar situation. He found it because when she offered to drive, she forgot to take out the booster seat out of her car. He told her it didn't have as much to do with her being a mother as her trying to hide it. He said he felt like if she couldn't be open and honest about something as important as her being a mother, there's likely other things he felt she was being dishonest about. Don't doubt your decision, especially because you are child-free, and don't let other people who don't matter to you demonize you. She's an unfit mother. I may be child-free, but that doesn't mean I don't have love and compassion for children. While she may be leaving her child with a family member, she's still emotionally abandoning her child. 10 to 12 nights is at least 2 to 3 nights a week. She lied about her employment status, and while she tried to enroll in a police academy, she couldn't even make the initial cut. She also apparently does substances and takes them with alcohol. That's really dangerous. I almost feel sorry for her. Yeah, it sounds like she needs rehab, a job, to sign over custody to mom, especially if mom wanted the child so freaking bad, and therapy to deal with her failures, something I know a lot about. My husband dated someone exactly like this when we were just friends or roommates. He'd have to convince her to go hang out with her own daughter a whole hour away from us. Now she posts her kid all over social media to get sympathy, but she still doesn't take care of her. You definitely dodged a bullet. Honestly, I would be more concerned with her showing up to your work while high. Was this an unannounced visit? I might even consider contacting Child Protective Services over this. I had an ex who had this happen too. They were together 3 months. It always baffled me how the woman had hid it from him. Anyways, sorry this crap happened. Sounds like you know exactly what to do. I've been thinking about the logistics of her organizing this child around when I would see her, and my assumption is she either just drops it off at her mom's with no notice, or her mom just has it all the time. But I'm glad to hear I'm not the only one to fall for this game. Although I am sorry for your ex. Yeah, poor guy has some trust issues now. He started falling for her apparently. Anyway, that's so gross. Leaving the kid to hide it? Oh, I mean, I get it, kids are gross, but it doesn't make any sense to me. Did she just expect you to be like, "Oh, right, cool"? Don't worry about being the bad guy. Everyone keeps a picture of us in their heads. We can't always come away looking good, but honestly, you're in the right here. Poor guy. I liked her, but it wouldn't ruin me in the long run. We've all got our baggage and secrets, and hers just happened to contain a kid, which I'm massively against. So she was pretty intoxicated, but her words when she told me were, "Oh, by the way, I have a daughter. Bet you didn't know that about me, huh?" Then she smiled this really deranged smile, and I just stood there speechless. My first words were, "Where has she been the whole time we've been dating?" And that's when she explained how she hates it. I wish I knew what her expected reaction from me was gonna be. "Oh, awesome. Can I be its daddy?" Blech. I can't really be mad at her for dumping her child with her mom, the one who actually wanted it, when she didn't want to be a mother. But seriously, I would put up the child for adoption in her case and work my butt off to be a cop if that's what she really wants for her life. It's cruel to be lied to, but apparently life is already way more cruel to her. Whoa, 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 whoa. Don't leave. Subscribe.